Hello, it's Kay in front of the camera. It's just me in front of the camera today. We're about to do a workshop tomorrow and Maggie's busy cooking. So I'm going to just put together our market cart. So this size here is our 1 in 12 scale. So I've taken all the bits out except one. And that includes all your MDF stuff, including you get 2 wheels, you get 2 split pins for the axles, and then you've got some covers for the wheels, which I'll show you in a second. And then, as with all our stuff, you know we've got tabs on them. So if you can look closely, there's little tabs on here. So if they don't push out, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If you just gently push them, if they don't come out. So with a sharp knife, just go, you can hear it click. I heard that one go, and that one. Okay, and that will just push out. So all the pieces were done like that. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start by putting together our little shelf. So you've got these 2 end pieces, and then you've got the main bit, and each one comes in, it comes like that. So you just, to get rid of those out of the slots, literally push them through and they will come out. Okay, some of them might be removed before you get them. So if you get a piece of the waste, which is this piece here, because when they're stuck together, you have a little bit lifted up here, so you can't do them. So you can't glue them flat because you have that little piece here that raised up. So you're going to put a little bit of glue, and we're using our PVA, our bookbinding glue. So you can use any good PVA or a wood glue would do this. Oops, let's get that right. So let's put a little bit of glue there, and glue on that side as well. Okay, and then just lay it across like that, and then on the end pieces just put some glue on that piece like that, and same on the other side. Okay, and then what we're going to do is literally just do that. Whoops, hold it on that side like that, and just give it a second or two. Okay, and then same on the other side. So that one go on the other side as well. Oops. Let's hold it on that side. Okay. Oops, as that's a little bit longer, just do it on the end. There we go. And just hold it there for a sec or two. Just make sure that's level and straight, which that is now. Okay. And when you've got that point, just move it to one side and leave it to dry. I'm going to put the body of the cart together. So you've got 2 pieces, and make sure that the handles are facing the same direction. And then you're going to put your cart top in, and just make sure it's flush with this end, this corner here. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue on that. So, oops. Glue's gone solid. There we go. Put some glue on here. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue on that side and that side. Okay, let's put some glue on there. Just make sure they're the right way around. Yeah, flush with that one, and then just push that down. Okay, and then put glue on the other side. On the other side of that. Okay, and make sure the handles are facing the right direction, and push that down, and you can turn that over and push that together. Make sure it's nice and square, and then leave that to dry. So just move that out of the way to dry, and we'll come back here, and then our little extra stand is now firm, but as I say, before you paint it, I would give it another hour or so. But that's a reasonable while to go. And then we're going back onto our wheels. So you get 2 wheels, and you get some lightboard. So it's cut out, and it just makes the rim of your wheel like that. Okay, so just make sure you get the centre of your wheels out. So we'll glue these bits on, and then you also get 4 hubs. So you want a hub in the centre of the outside, and then you'll put one on the centre of the inside as well. So we'll just glue those together. Oops. So anyway, there's some fantastic samples of these. So what I'll do is I'll show you those in a minute. So put those on like that. Just hold that straight, and then press on the other side. Make sure it's flush all the way around. Then a washer on that side. And then washer in the middle of the outside. Same again on the side. And then again on the middle. And then I'll turn it over. Put these on here like this. And again, the 124 version is exactly the same as the 112, except it's a bit fiddlier. Okay, so you have two wheels. And we bring our base back. Okay, and it's probably just about set enough to do it, but if I was doing this at home, I'd probably just leave it probably another half an hour or so, but we'll carry on. So you want your wheels are going to go on like on the outsides like that. So we've got our split pins and we have our axle. So our axle has got a split down the middle. See that? Okay, and I'm going to put glue along that bit, and then you can put glue on each end. So put some glue in the middle. Glue that side. Okay, so we've got glued both sides. So I'm going to thread. Just leave that to the side 1 second, and then you put these in like that. So you've got your split pin like that, and then you thread this through that little slot there on that side, and then just give it a good squidge so it lays flat. Same again on the other side. So you just push it through that little hole, and thread through like that. Okay, and then you're going to put this, do it from underneath. It's probably the easiest way of doing it, is put that underneath like that and just push that through and then put the split pins into the slit. Okay, the slit might be a bit longer. This is definitely easier than when you're trying to do it doing it in front of the camera. So it splits in like that. Okay, and just hold it for a sec or two. Okay, just give it a second or two, then you can just move it into position like that. Okay, so what you're aiming for is to get your split pin in the centre. Okay, so it fits in like that. Okay, and then the wheels are flush and straight, and that is straight as well. Okay, I think I've moved it a tad when I'm moving it around, and then basically make sure that's like that. Okay, and then leave it alone, okay, to dry just for a few seconds. This is some fantastic samples from the design team. These ones are from our Elizabeth, and I'll just lift this one up. Nothing stuck down, so it's a bit precarious, but she's done a set of 3 in a fantastic shabby chic style. So I've got pink, green and a blue one, and she's just put little bits of ephemera and stuff on there. So they look gorgeous. I'm going to lift this all up, but most of it's going to tip. So you can see, get a closer look. Whoops, and there it goes. Okay. Oops, so none of these are stuck down, so we're a bit precarious. There we go. And you can get an idea of the paintwork she's done on there. Brilliant. Lovely job. Thank you, Elizabeth. So I'll just move those away safely out the way. And then we can have a look at the sweetie trolley that Faye did for us. So she's done the cart and she's done it like a wedding sweet trolley, which is fabulous. So I can tip this one up because she stuck it down though. So you get an idea of that one. So that's brilliant, isn't it? So it's a fantastic idea. Thank you, Faye. And then our Marianne. Great fun. And I have to show you. Oops. She's got a little doggy, which she didn't stick down. So we have a little doggy. But we have a fruit and veg cart, which is fab. I'll turn it on its side. Okay, and she's particularly keen to emphasise that she's done paper bags. So she's very proud of those. She's done the fruit, and it's done it as a fruit stall. So it looks stunning, doesn't it? Absolutely so. Thank you very much for Marianne. And then we have this marvellous one here. So literally blooming marvellous. And this one is from our Carol. And she's done a flower cart. Beautiful paint job on it. It's lovely. That's it. So it's like a light sage green with black, with gold, which is lovely. So it's a very elegant cart. And she's done some beautiful flowers. So she's used star flowers for sunflowers. She's got roses. We've got some lilies in there. We've got some peony type ones, daffodils, pinks, and some anemones, and some tiny little daisy ones at the bottom. They are gorgeous, aren't they? The daisy ones are lovely. So thank you very much. Thank you, Carol, for those. That's gorgeous. And this one here is the cart that we've been using. So we're going to do these flowers and the cart. This is for the workshop that Maggie's cooking for at the moment. So this is tomorrow and Saturday, or was last Friday and Saturday. There we go. And then this one here is a mini one. So put them side by side. Okay, so this is the one in 24. That's the one in 24, and that's the one in 12. So that's with flowers and plants on it. And this one I've just done as a bakery one. So bring that up, but you can see you can get quite a lot of detail in that. So that's the one in 24 scale. There's some fantastic samples there. Thank you, ladies. So I've just given this one a little time to glue and stick, and just make sure the wheels are moving. That's it, which they are. Then you can turn it over, and then you can just hide that piece there with this little strip that comes in with the kit as well. So we're just going to glue that to that piece there. So let's put a little bit of glue on the end of that. And that just finishes the cart off. Now I would suggest if you're going to decorate it, I would paint it before you put the wheels on. Paint the wheels separately, then put it together. That's it. So just put that little piece on there like that, and that just finishes off the axle. Okay, and that is your cart done. And then you can work out what you're going to put on it. It's going to be sweets, and you've got this piece here, and that will fit either on the top, or you could have it at the side. You can have a rag and bone man one, flowers, bakery. So, and that's the 1 in 24 scale. So lots of things you can do these. Anyway, so that's 1 in 24 scale. Again, it's done exactly the same way, except it's more fiddly. Okay, and that goes on there. Or you can have that separately. So you can glue it on if you want to, or you can have it separately. It's entirely up to you. But anyway, we hope you enjoy making it. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.